have seen the different types of grief. How does grief look like? And grief can present itself or show itself in three ways: cognitive in our mind, behavior in the way we act, and in our emotions, in our feelings. So, cognitively or in our mind, grief can cause us to have a challenge concentrating. We may have loss of memory. We may realize you are also having preoccupied thoughts of what we lost or whom we lost. We are maybe seeing them, we are maybe talking about them, dreaming about them frequently. And we also say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so you realize in your conversation, in a day, and perhaps every day for a month, you probably have been talking about this person, having preoccupied thoughts about this person. Your speech is always about what you lost, it's always about this person. Then realize there's grief taking place. Then, when we have behavior, behaviorally, you may realize you're overwhelmingly fatigued. You're just tired. Perhaps you just want to sleep. The other side of it is that you don't have any sleep at all. Your eating patterns may change. You may start eating more than you normally would, or maybe even eat less than you normally would. And there's even physically, when individuals look at you, or people look at you, people who know you, there's a change. They say, oh, or maybe there's an increase. You've increased some weight, or you've drastically lost some weight. And then there's the emotional aspect of it. Overwhelmingly sad for a long time. You become withdrawn. Sometimes you're angry. Feelings of shame, feelings of guilt. Sometimes you'll be easily irritable. The slightest thing ticks you off one way or the other. And the other part of it is that you may be anxious. You're fearful. What will happen next? Maybe your phone rings and you're like, what is this now? What is happening? Or maybe a sound. So those are just some of the ways that grief may present itself, when we go through a loss. And I am sure if you have gone through a loss, like we all have, there are certain aspects and certain symptoms that you can see about yourself or you have observed in others. As I always say, this is a journey that begins by understanding self and understanding others. In your grieving, what symptoms did you go through? In your mind, what symptoms did you go through? Cognitively, behaviorally, how did you behave? How did you note I acted like this, or I'm still acting like this? And emotionally, what emotions were there? Remember, I always say grieving is very personal, dependent on the attachment you had with that which you lost.